Miracle babies defying the odds. The inspiring journey of the Taxiltaridis twins. Williamsport, Pa. On a lively evening, the Taxiltaridis brothers marked another victory for Fairfield National at the Little League World Series, with a celebratory steak dinner in a downtown Williamsport restaurant. True to their preferences, catcher Jimmy opted for a New York strip steak, while pitcher S.J. chose a sirloin. Family meals have become quite rare lately. With a packed schedule that consists of games and various team activities, the twins have found their summer resembling that of dorm life. Their parents, Sarah and Yanni, have been traveling extensively within Connecticut and now into the heart of Pennsylvania to witness every pitch from their talented sons. Wednesday night was a special reunion moment for the family as they finally gathered around a table. "It's so wonderful to see the kids together again," Sarah expressed warmly. "I really miss my boys," Yanni added, clearly missing family time. For the Taxiltaridis family, this moment is bittersweet as they temporarily share their sons with the world. S.J. and Jimmy, identical twins, have been instrumental in the remarkable journey of Fairfield National, which has seen their team clinch titles at the district, sectional, state, and regional levels since June. Currently representing the metro region in South Williamsport, they remain undefeated, heading into the United States Championship game at the illustrious Lanade Stadium on Saturday. The emotional roller coaster after every game. These are indeed joyous yet demanding times for the family, filled with significant sacrifices and equally rewarding experiences. Following S.J.'s outstanding performance on Wednesday, where he led the team to overcome a 3-0 deficit against a tough competitor from Las Vegas and secure a 7-3 victory, it became clear that teamwork and family support were crucial. A spirited pep talk from his younger twin brother, just a minute younger, played a pivotal role in that comeback. S.J. not only pitched through the 6th inning, receiving a warm ovation as he left the mound, but he also made key contributions by driving in tying runs during the game. After the win, Sarah and Yanni navigated through a jubilant crowd outside the stadium, finally coming together for a heartfelt embrace, as tight as a squeeze on a baseball. That moment was filled with pride, Yanni shared. "I found it deeply emotional." He made this statement on Thursday afternoon while speaking over the phone from Connecticut, where he had to return briefly for work. Owning restaurants like Boca Grill and Raw Bar in Fairfield and Boca Oyster Bar in Bridgeport demands his attention. Meanwhile, Sarah, who specializes in retirement planning and financial services, remained in Williamsport. Visibly emotional when discussing her sons. "Their birth was a miracle," she reflected. "They were extremely premature, which makes it a blessing that they're both here with us now." In November 2012, when Sarah was just 20 weeks pregnant, she underwent critical laser ablation surgery at Yale New Haven Hospital due to a serious condition known as twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome, TTTS, specific to identical twins. This condition can be life-threatening, as it restricts blood supply to one twin, in this case, Jimmy. To ensure both twins receive the necessary nutrients and blood flow, the procedure fused blood vessels together. The twins made their dramatic entrance into the world on November 6, 2012, at just 32 weeks gestation, approximately 2 months earlier than a full-term pregnancy. They were incredibly small and delicate, with underdeveloped lungs, spending their first 20 days in the neonatal intensive care unit. Astonishing growth and triumph over adversity. Looking at them now, it's astonishing to witness how monstrous they've grown, as Sarah describes it fondly. S.J., whose full name is Stefano John, was born weighing 4 pounds and 10 ounces, while Jimmy, who arrived encased in the amniotic sac, weighed 4 pounds and 8 ounces. Fast forward to today. Each twin weighs around 140 pounds and stands tall. S.J. at 5 feet 10 inches and Jimmy at 5 feet 9 inches. They're among the biggest kids in their community, and one could easily imagine them walking around in uniforms labeled security rather than metro. According to Sarah, The boys are vibrant, healthy, and showed no long-term effects from their challenging start in life. I will be eternally grateful to Yale for their incredible care, she expressed. Initially, we were told it's extremely rare for twins to be discharged from the hospital together. And yet, here we are. They were both ready to come home at the same time. Sarah emphasized that the boys are aware of their extraordinary beginning and the fragility of life. For TTTS, it usually does not end well, she stated. Having two healthy children is simply miraculous. They fully understand how fortunate they are to be here with us. Our little miracles, Yanni chimed in, adding to the sentiment, while the boys share many similarities, such as their passion for sports. They also have their preferences, like favoring strip steak over sirloin. They play 3 sports together, with SJ excelling as a pitcher, quarterback, and point guard, while Jimmy takes on the roles of catcher, tight end, and power forward. Their father, a former Yukon player, coaches them in football, and their mother, a former Lehigh athlete, takes the helm for basketball. Both parents stand slightly over 6 feet tall. Sarah and Yanni, who met as students at Fairfield High School, her class of 1997 and him of 1995, have built a life over decades. Their 12 years of parenting have been a journey shared between 2 boys who act like typical siblings, often bickering, yet being the best of friends. SJ tends to lead by example, maintaining a reserved demeanor. In contrast, Jimmy is more outspoken, often bringing energy and humor to their interactions. On the baseball field, Jimmy confidently takes charge behind the plate, ensuring a robust Fairfield defense. When he's not pitching, SJ plays shortstop, swapping positions with Luca Pellegrini. As of now, Coach Brian Palazzolo has yet to announce the starting pitchers for Saturday's U.S. Championship, or the potential World Championship or third-place game on Sunday. However, due to pitch limit regulations, SJ is ineligible to pitch in those upcoming matches. The pressure of dreams, handling big expectations. The young athletes seem to understand the weight of this moment without flinching. Incredibly composed, they're aware that while many things can change on this stage, the game itself remains constant. They have been competing at high levels together for several years, securing 3 state championships and 3 regional titles in the 10 to 12 age brackets. Adding a U.S. championship or even a world championship title to that list would serve merely as an additional highlight in what is already a rare and enriching experience that they'll reminisce about for years to come. Though they're only 12 years old and don't have an extensive list of dreams, this experience is one of them, Yanni observed. Even if they had faced early exits, this would still hold incredible meaning for them. In my eyes, they've already succeeded. During a post-game press conference on Wednesday, SJ, with a slight air of nervousness, noted that he couldn't share much regarding his conversation with Jimmy after a Nevada hitter had sent a ball over the fence, putting Fairfield in a quick 3-0 deficit before even getting an out. "I know precisely what was said," Sarah interjected. Though she refrained from going into specifics, she did capture the essence perfectly. Their banter is uniquely theirs, she explained. While Jimmy holds SJ accountable, SJ knows there's nobody he'd prefer out on the mound than his brother. It's crucial for both of them to exhibit strength, especially for SJ to feel energized by Jimmy from behind the plate. Conversely, they fully understand what motivates each other. A quiet word doesn't inspire SJ, and Jimmy intuitively knows that. From a distance, Yanni observed that boys appeared to be more focused as SJ seemed to be aiming rather than throwing during that initial inning. Engaging with Jimmy during their brief conversation allowed SJ to release any hesitation as he stepped onto the mound. They truly elevate each other's performance, Yanni noted. Their bond runs deep. Jimmy knows exactly how to encourage SJ to fire up and also how to rein him in when needed. Following that early setback, Nevada managed to score no additional runs. A few hours later, the Taxiltaridis found themselves seated at their steak dinners, craving some privacy before joining their team celebration. The boys are massive steak lovers, Sarah said proudly. Throughout their meal, SJ and Jimmy were repeatedly approached by fans in the restaurant, seeking autographs, trading pins, and posing for photos. The once little miracle babies are now burgeoning stars within the vast realm of Little League. It's surreal, yet thrilling. Yanni is scheduled to return to Williamsport on Friday to reunite with his family, the Taxiltaridis clan and the Fairfield National family. Hundreds of supporters from Fairfield are expected to fill the stands for Saturday's matchup, creating an electric atmosphere for these twins and their close friends as they continue their sports journey together. Honestly, my boys appear unfazed by it all, which is heartwarming, Sarah noted. As parents, this season has been an emotional roller coaster, but the kids remain unfazed and poised, winning at every stage. To me, that's truly remarkable. What's your take on this incredible journey? Are the emotional ups and downs of sports too much to handle, or do they enrich our experience? Let us know your thoughts below.